He's back. After months shrouded in silence, away from the spotlight, Clayton Kershaw climbed the mound once again. But something was different. This wasn't just a return. It was the sound of a legend taking a deep breath before what could be his final act. And perhaps his most powerful. Saturday, at a packed Dodger Stadium against the Angels, time seemed to stand still for a moment. Clayton Kershaw, the icon, the symbol of a generation, was pitching again. But while the crowd celebrated the return of their hero, the keenest eyes saw more than just a game. They saw a countdown beginning. Subtle, almost imperceptible, but real, because at this stage in his career, every inning, every pitch, every word carries the weight of legacy. Kershaw knows it. The Dodgers know it. And we feel it too. This isn't just another season. This could be the last. Kershaw's story with the Dodgers isn't just long. It's epic. Drafted in 2006, he reached the majors 2 years later, and since then, has written chapter after chapter in baseball's modern encyclopedia. 3-time Cy Young winner, MVP, World Series champion, an ERA that defies logic in the era of home runs. Clayton Kershaw didn't just play for the Dodgers. He became part of their identity. But like every great story, there comes a moment when the hero must face the greatest of all enemies: time. The past few seasons have been marked by physical challenges, injuries, surgeries, rehab. 2025 was no different. Even before the season began, Kershaw underwent delicate procedures on his knee and toe, and the recovery was still playing at a high level. Cautious represents a and quiet, because when there's so much at stake, every step must be measured, every decision calculated. But it was in the silence of rehab that something changed. When he came back, he spoke. Calmly, gratefully, honestly. He said he was excited to contribute. He said he loved being part of what the Dodgers represent. And he let slip what many had avoided confronting. Maybe I'll end my career here at some point. I don't know when, but I'll always be a Dodger. If you follow this channel, you know what that means. When a legend starts talking about the end, the farewell has already begun, even if there's still fuel left in the tank. That's why you should subscribe now. This journey is reaching its most intense moments. And here, we don't just watch. We live baseball for what it truly is. Clayton Kershaw has always had the power to choose. Every offseason in recent years, he could have gone anywhere, but he chose short-term deals with the Dodgers. He chose to stay where it all began, even with whispers about Dallas returning every year. After all, he's a Texan. He lives in Dallas during the offseason. The ties are real, but his choice has always been Los Angeles. And that says a lot. It speaks to identity, to gratitude, to a player who understands that his name is etched into the franchise's history, and who chose to deepen that bond instead of chasing a new challenge in another city. But that doesn't mean the end is far off. On the contrary, maybe it's precisely because he knows how much this all means that Kershaw is allowing himself to think about the final chapter. And more than that, he's allowing the fans to think with him. Behind the scenes, the Dodgers treat him with the reverence he deserves. No pressure, no ultimatums. Just the space to decide how and when to step away. And that freedom, rare among athletes, transforms every 2025 game into something special. Every Kershaw outing will be watched with emotional eyes, because it might be the last of its kind. It might be the last of all. And his choice, at least for now, seems clear: to end where it all began, in the blue uniform, in front of the fans who've cheered for him since he was 20. With the organization that never hesitated to believe in him, even when his body began to falter. The moment is now, and that's why the eyes of the league are fixed on him. Not to see how many innings he'll pitch, but to witness the closing act of one of the most impactful careers in MLB history. A career built on dominance, pain, perseverance, and most of all, loyalty. And you? How do you feel seeing Clayton Kershaw back on the mound? Do you think he should keep pitching until his body can't go anymore? Or should he choose the perfect moment to retire with dignity and honor? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is a story we're all writing together, fans, players, and the league itself. And you're part of it. And if you thought this was an emotional chapter, in the next video, the story might take a new turn. A young arm in the Dodgers rotation is quietly gaining strength, and some are already calling him Kershaw's heir. Could it be true? He's back. And with him, something far greater than just a legendary pitcher has returned. A sense of urgency. Clayton Kershaw, after months of rehab, surgeries, and silence, stepped onto mound once more. A debut long awaited since August 2024. A return that isn't just physical, it's symbolic. It represents a reunion between a historic player and the team that shaped his legacy. But while the spotlight turns to him, behind the scenes, the Los Angeles Dodgers are moving with a different intention. Kershaw's return is just one piece on the board, and the one truly controlling that board isn't on the field. Andrew Friedman, the Dodgers president of baseball operations, isn't just rebuilding a championship team. He's sculpting a dynasty. Since arriving in Los Angeles, Friedman has been known for his methodical approach. Never rushed. He respects the value of every decision. And yet, since the championship win in 2024, his posture has changed. Now he operates with the mindset of someone who understands. The time is now. Even Kershaw said it. Being a Dodger for this long makes me feel really grateful. I'm excited to come back and contribute, and I'm definitely excited to maybe end my career here. Heavy words. Words of farewell, without a set date. And maybe that's why Friedman is acting more aggressively, more willing to invest, to spend, to fine-tune the roster with almost surgical precision. Because if 2024 was a year of glory, 2025 is a year of validation. And validation doesn't come with comfort. It demands boldness. And with a roster full of stars still playing at a high level, Mookie Betts represents a Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. The Dodgers are already a nightmare for any opponent. But baseball, as October always reminds us, isn't won by big names alone. What decides championships are the details, the margins, the players who step in when everyone else falters. And that's why, among so many possibilities, one name is quietly gaining traction behind the scenes. Isiah Kiner-Falefa. He doesn't draw headlines. He doesn't command the spotlight. But Friedman sees in his profile exactly what Los Angeles needs right now. Stability, versatility, and reliability. Kiner-Falefa is currently with the Pittsburgh Pirates, a team going through a rough stretch. But he's been delivering value quietly. 35 games, a slash line of .277 .328 .345, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. His WAR is modest at 0.3. His WRC plus of 88 shows he's below average offensively. But that's not the mission he'd be brought in to fulfill. Kiner-Falefa can play almost anywhere. Infield, outfield. He's the kind of player who enters without fanfare, but holds the team together when the storm hits. And for a team with October aspirations, loaded with high-value stars and a recent history of injuries, that's gold. Jason Frey of Dodgers Nation reinforces this view. Having that level of versatility, along with the ability to put the ball in play, seems like a perfect fit for what the Dodgers are trying to do. There's also a tactical advantage. His contract. Kiner-Falefa is in the final year of his deal, which makes acquiring him more affordable. That allows Friedman to bring him in without compromising the farm system he's protected for years. This isn't about changing the team's DNA. It's about reinforcing it at the edges, making sure that when October arrives, there are no weak spots, no vulnerabilities. Because in 2024, the Dodgers proved they could win. But now, the challenge is to win again, with everyone watching. The potential arrival of Kiner-Falefa would also serve as a message internally, that the front office isn't satisfied, that they want more, that they're willing to adjust, adapt, and refine until everything is perfect. And for Kershaw, who may be nearing the end of his career, there may be no greater gift than being part of a team where every detail is thought through, where every player is valued, where every play matters. His return has reignited a feeling that had been dormant, the feeling of history unfolding in real time. And if Kiner-Falefa does indeed become the next to wear Dodger blue, this story may gain a new, decisive chapter. But what about you? Do you think Kiner-Falefa is the missing piece of the Dodgers to cement their dynasty? Or should the reigning champions aim higher, for flashier, more offensive names? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear your take. And of course, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because with each passing day, the MLB rumor mill gets hotter. And we'll be right here, following every twist and turn with you. And in the next video, the Dodgers already have another target on their radar. A silent star who could become a postseason hero. Don't miss it. We'll see you there.